Right, first of all, may I apologise to Peter and your wife for the movie I'm about to make. Now, I was chatting on the YouTube, Peter, with a friend of mine called Peter. I've never met him actually. We've never met actually, apparently. Pete, have you ever met? I don't know who you. Well, I don't know much about you, Peter. It's for Peter, But apparently, your wife needs a lung transplant, doesn't she? Because she's got this. Can't breathe. Something wrong with her lungs that she can't breathe. Right. Point is, right, Pete, over here. Thank you very much for watching the films, but you did tell me about it. But you know this Max's Law? Have you ever heard of Max's Law? Yeah. It's a new law which the Daily Mirror has actually introduced, which is a great idea. Right, have you ever heard of Max's Law? It's a very new thing. You know, in the past, in history, if you could only donate, you're not allowed to donate organs unless you have an organ donor card, didn't you? Have you ever had a kidney donor card? Yeah. Some people carry these things called kidney donor cards. Let's push this law, because apparently we need lungs. We need lungs. So let's push this law a bit further now, Pete. Right? About Max's Law, right? Now, in the past, you carried a donor card in your wallet, like a kidney donor card or a liver donor card or heart donor card, yeah? So that's only when the National Health Service could claim your organs, yeah? So you had to have a donor card to donate organs in the past, which is a silly law. Silly thing. Well, not so silly, but from history's point of view. But I mean, I'm saying this Max's Law is brilliant because what it says is like when you die, you're gone, you're dead, right? Like you're dead. There's nothing in the body, right? When you die, there's nothing in the body. The spirit has left the body, right? When you die, truthfully, you breathe in, if you're lucky enough to be able to do so. Sorry, Pete. You breathe in and you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. Yeah? Okay, true. But when you die, when you finally die and your body wears out, you go, and you breathe out. So you breathe your final breath. You go, This is me dying, by the way. Not for another 50 years, hopefully. Right. I'm not joking. A friend of mine, Peter, his wife has got a lung problem, bad lung problems, can't breathe very well, yeah? So apparently she needs a lung transplant, yeah? She needs a lung transplant to survive. But until the law is changed, you have to have a donor card to donate organs. But what I'm saying is this Max's Law is excellent. You know why? Truthfully. The reason I think Max's Law is excellent is because it means that when you die, your spirit leaves the body, yeah? I might have repeated it myself here. But when you die, your body leaves the body, yeah? And the spirit, who you are, your spirit, leaves the body, and the body is just dead. It's a carcass. It's a carcass. After you're dead, your body is just a carcass. It's just a carcass, a piece of meat. Well, yeah, it is a piece of meat. But meat does fill bodies. Yes, meat is good for you. Yeah. It's brilliant. It's like, wow. Think about it. You've got an empty body. No spirit in the body. Nothing in the body, right? Now, someone needs a new lung. And because the surgeons are quite amazing these days, that fucking blows my mind. I don't know. I could never do any of that shit. And I don't want no operations, please, ever, personally. But if you need a new pair of lungs, well, if you can actually take lungs out of a dead body, right? I'm playing The Undertaker tonight. Yeah, I'm playing let's play the Undertaker tonight, right now. If you could take a lungs out of a dead body, right, out of a dead body, and you put these dead lungs out of a dead body into a living person, right, into a living person, right, actual transplantation. From a dead body, you take the lungs and put them into a living person, and then you get the lungs pumping inside a living person. That's amazing. I know it's actually possible, but you have to wait in a line to get an organs transplant these days. You have to wait in line for about 20 years or something to get an organ transplant. Because basically not a lot of people carry donor cards these days, you know. So what I'm saying is Max's law. It means that when you die and the body leaves the spirit, you can use the dead body parts to create life, to make people live again, to give them lungs, for instance. You can actually take. It's just absolute. It blows my mind. My God, I don't understand any of it, but it's true fact. You can take the lungs. I mean, you don't want my lungs, obviously. You know, I'm a heavy smoker. I smoke 24 hours a day if I can, man. Seriously, from the moment I wake up until the moment I go to bed, I always smoke. Okay? Except when I'm working, sort of thing. Well, even then, from the moment I wake in the morning until the moment I wake up, I need to smoke. Because I come from the planet nicotine. But the truth is, I smoke all the time, 24 hours a fucking day, man. If I stop talking, then there'll be a problem. That might be a problem, but I feel like talking right now let's talk about these lungs. Because the point is, this law means that when you die, the surgeons use your dead body, which is a dead body, a cadaver, basically like what you eat every day. You know, well, a dead body, right? And you take the lungs out of dead body, and you put lungs into a living person. It is actually possible to take the lungs out of dead people. How many people die every day? Millions of people die every day. Harvest time. Maybe it is harvest time for Frankenstein. Maybe it is harvest time for Frankenstein. But beautiful though, isn't it? A beautiful idea. Isn't it amazing that it is possible to do this, man? You like putting the electricity to wow! They can actually take the heart out of a dead heart. Literally a heart out of a dead carcass, a dead person. And you can take a heart out of a dead person, put it into a living person, like Max, for instance. It's about Max's law, about Max. He's very beautiful. She looks a bit like a young Macaulay Culkin, doesn't he? But Max got a heart from a dead person. You know, a dead man or a dead woman or whatever. He got a heart from a dead man. And they put the heart into the child, 9-year-old child, Max. And what they did was they sort of like started the heart beating again. So the heart started beating. So you could... What? You took the heart out of a dead person. Because you have to be dead. You can't take a living person's heart, can you, Max? So Max, you can't take the heart out of a living person. But they took the heart out of a dead person, Max. Jack of Hearts. Definitely. Jack of Hearts, Max. Yeah, Max. Jack of Hearts. Well, that's something of hearts, isn't it? King of Hearts, possibly. I don't know. But you actually took the surgeons actually took heart out of a dead person, and they put it into this 9-year-old kid, Max. Wow, you can do that you can give people life, because this kid was dying. Max was fucking dying because his heart was failing, because Max had a problem with his heart. He was dying. But what they did was they took the heart out of a dead guy and gave it to Max. brilliant idea, fantastic idea. It's totally Frankenstein, yes. It's totally Frankenstein, isn't it? That we can take the heart out of a dead person and give it to a living person, and lungs and kidneys and livers or whatever. Harvest for the dead, yes. It's a grim harvest, yes. It's always a grim harvest. But using dead people, dead carcasses, to create life, to give people life, is an amazing idea. Fantastic. Yes, I'm the devil. God knows I've been harvesting the dead for a long time. But what I'm saying is using dead bodies to sort of give life to the living is a brilliant idea. And wonderfully, the surgeons can do that. Someone might be dying, but then you give them someone else's organ, a dead person's organs, and they live again, and it works again. Transplantation, fantastic. When you're dead, obviously. But, yeah, but I mean, wait till I'm dead, obviously, you can have all my bones and organs. But what I'm saying, you can have lung transplant stuff, but you can only do that when someone's dead, sort of thing. But the fact is that what this Max's law does is it says that when you die, the government can use your body to use your organs. And I think it's a brilliant idea. This Max's law thing, I think it's a brilliant idea because you're using the dead person's organs to help people live. You know, you could give someone new lungs. You could use a dead man's lungs inside a living person. Inside a living person again. So the lungs work. The lungs could still work. And then you give someone a dead man's heart. A dead heart. It's true. Max had a dead man's heart. Yeah. It was completely dead to this heart. And he put it in his body. And they've got the blood pumping and working. And the surgeons have given Max a new lease of life. It's fucking amazing that you can use dead people to create life, to give people life. I think it's fantastic. So I'm just saying, I think it's a great fucking idea. That you know, unless you want to opt out, which is a bit silly because you're not going to be in the body when you're dead, are you? You're not really going to be in the body when you're dead, are you? You leave the body when you die. It's the whole point of dying. When you die, you leave the body. Yeah. Now, if you have the body, you can use the body, hearts, lungs, you know, kidneys, whatever, transplants and stuff. Great, go for it. But pull the full throttle on it. Push it forwards. Because a lot of people can't breathe because they've got heart problems or lung problems. And if you can give a dead man's heart to the living, and it can make someone live for a little bit longer, then I think it's a bloody excellent idea. What should we call this film? Bleepers going, got to check the oven. But I hope we can do it, push it forwards a bit, because apparently Peter's wife has got a bit of a lung problem. Peter, your wife's got a lung problem. I know someone's watching these films. Peter, I know Peter's fucking watching these films. I know that. Thank you very much. We've never met yet. But thank you very much for watching my films. But what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be nice if we could sort of like push forward this Max's law sort of shit, so that when you die, you know, the government can use your body, the National Health Service basically, which is the government's National Health Service. The National Health Service belongs to the government, is the government's controlled thing, National Health Service. But they would get all the dead bodies, and then I'm sure a lot of people die every day. And if we can use the organs of the dead to make people live a little longer, if we can possibly use the organs of the dead to live a little longer, it's fucking beautiful. Very Frankenstein, totally Frankenstein, isn't it? It's a total Frankenstein thing. But, you know, the fact that, you know, when you die, you know, your organs belong to the National Health Service. And you can give people life out of death. That is total Frankenstein, man. Maxi. It's total Frankenstein. You can actually create life out of death. Give people life out of death by transplanting the heart of a dead man or the lungs of a dead man. I think it's a fantastic idea, personally. So I said this last week. Hold on a minute.